Hey everybody, and welcome to my beginners series. And here we're going to take a look at, you've just picked up the guitar and you want to start learning some chords. So we are going to look at all of the major chords in the open position that you should know in order to start your journey with the guitar. Okay? And the first chord we're going to take a look at is your A chord, or your A major chord. All right? And it's a well-used chord. It's used in all forms of music. You're going to find it everywhere. So it's important that you really nail this chord, okay? So the A major chord is made by fretting, okay? That's the word we use to push our fingers on the string to produce the note, to produce the sonic sound that creates that note. So we're going to fret, or we need to fret, 3 strings here in succession. And those are the D, the G, and the B strings, okay? Now, the recommended way is to use the first 3 fingers on your hand, one on each string within the same fret, okay? So my fret on the guitar is the border of the 2nd fret, just as these are the border of the 3rd fret, the 4th fret, the 1st fret, and so on, okay? So in this case, we're in the 2nd fret. We have 3 strings fretted with our first 3 fingers. I know sometimes camera optics kind of get in the way, but my pinky is not involved. And you can already see that the 3 fingers are fighting for real estate in this fret. Like, you're in there tight, okay? For those of you with very large fingers, it might be possible and practical to fret the same 3 strings using 2 fingers, all right? But for now, we are going to stay with 3 fingers, and we're going to strum from the A string. That would be our root, be known as our root note, okay? A string right down through and on out the guitar, or right up through the guitar, technically. Right? Because we're going up. Strumming down, but we're going up. All right, so. All right, now, if you find that you can't fit your fingers in, and you'll know because you just won't hear clear notes. You'll hear like a flat, or you might even hear a buzz. You won't hear that nice, clear ringing out of all the notes. You might have to go with those 2 fingers and use your large tips of your 2 fingers, okay, to get those 3 strings down. Whatever it really takes to get those 3 strings down, ringing out nicely when you strum through them, okay? But for now, we're going to assume 3 is going to work for you. Later on down the line, when you develop a bit of skill, there is another way to play the A, and it is with a 1-finger bar across those 3 strings. But I wouldn't get into that at the moment, all right? We're going to go with 3 fingers, and we're going to strum from the A string down. You will hit that E string as a beginner. Don't break yourself up about it, but your goal here is to practice strumming 1, 2, 3, 4 without touching that E string as often as possible, okay? So that is your A chord, your major A, in the open position. There are, again, other ways to play A chords in other parts of the neck, but that's not a beginner situation, and we will address that accordingly later on in another series, all right? So right now, we've got our A chord, and we've got something to practice on.